Today, I want to talk about buttock reduction or Brazilian butt lift reversal. It's interesting how the culture has changed from having a balanced augmentation to an exaggerated augmentation. And more, we are seeing patients that coming from Florida who have had significant augmentation of their buttocks. Initially, it looks good, but as you gain weight, it gets bigger. And at some stage, it becomes disproportionate with the rest of your body. And I'm constantly being approached by people for a BBL reversal. A couple of years ago, I wrote a blog for the American Society of Plastic Surgeons describing my algorithm for a BBL reversal as a result of having performed a similar procedure or the same procedure on 600 patients who were having a lower body lift. The concept is the same. When you're doing a buttock reduction, you're essentially removing fat. But if you remove fat, then you're going to create skin laxity. So if you liposuction somebody who's got a more voluptuous, larger buttocks, you're going to end up with loose skin. Loose skin in the buttocks is going to look terrible because buttocks skin is attached to the buttock muscle via connective tissues. Those connective tissues result in dimpling. And when you liposuction somebody, you're going to see those connective tissues and perhaps dimpling as well as contour irregularities, as well as lumping and so forth. So typically, no one does liposuction of the buttocks by themselves. And when you liposuction or remove fat from the buttocks, you will have to do some form of a buttock lift, which is the lift that we do for weight loss patients. And I've done hundreds, 600 of them, in fact. So when you do a BBL reversal or a buttock reduction, you will end up having to have an incision that goes above the buttocks. It's kind of a seagull-shaped incision through which we remove fat and skin and lift the buttocks. But as you lift the butt, it gets flatter. So you start with this shape, and then when you lift it up, the lower aspect of the butt moves to the middle, and the middle moves to the upper, and the upper portion of the buttocks gets excised. Therefore, your butt becomes flat. And what you have to do is take some of that fat and put it back in the center of the butt to create fullness again and shape. So a Brazilian butt lift reversal cannot be easily achieved with just liposuctioning the patient unless you're trying to remove a minor amount of fat. If you want to make a substantial change, like the consultation I had with the patient, she wanted her buttocks 40% smaller, then you really have to get into buttock lift, buttock reduction, buttock augmentation, buttock reshaping surgery. And all of those have to be done at the same time to create a custom-sized buttocks. With that said, the best time to avoid needing a Brazilian butt lift reversal is when you're having a Brazilian butt lift. If you go for an exaggerated augmentation, the chances are that as you gain weight, areas that have been liposuction will not expand as much, and areas that have additional fat cells, meaning your buttocks, will get bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's just a reality of these procedures.